you got to see the season finale of Arch Manning's high school career. The five-star QB lost in the quarterfinals of the state championships to University Lab. How did he play? How would you just summarize his high school career?
Yeah, it's a little bit surreal now thinking that this has come to an end. This has been a 4-year journey, I think, covering a recruitment like no other player that I've ever covered. And I've been fortunate to cover a lot of number one type of players in the country. Leonard Fournette and Mason Smith and Derek Stingley Jr. And no one seemed to bring the attention in a social media driven world, much like Arch Manning did. And I think the first thing that stands out is he's a fantastic kid. And to go through all that attention and everything he does is under so much scrutiny. The way he's handled it, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to handle it as a 17-year-old, so props to him. But in terms of play style, going up against University Lab in this finale, that's a tough task for any offense in the country, especially one where your left tackle has a bum ankle, you're without your top 3 wide receivers, and your offensive line is having to contain, I would say, 5 or 6 future Power 5 defensive players, including Notre Dame linebacker commit Jaden Osbury and Keelan Moses, who's the younger brother of Dylan Moses, which I know you remember, Josh, very well.
Of course.
Arch finished his senior season 34 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions came in this quarterfinal loss. They basically him chucking it up, trying to make a play with this University Lab defense, just kind of hurrying down on him. Overall, I don't know how else to put it, but when you play at the Louisiana 2A classification, like Derek Stingley, like Devontae Smith did, you have to dominate. Now, Arch has not always had the moments in the playoffs against superior teams, but over 4 years, I don't know if anyone has put together more impressive tape. And in the moments, you see just such greatness, such poise, such athleticism, development, the way he sees the field, the way he attacks it. I think the most appropriate comp for him going into Texas would be Joe Burrow. If you watched how the Bengals played against the Titans yesterday, you can't help but see the similarities between the two quarterbacks. So cerebral and so much athleticism that I don't think that we're going to really get to appreciate until he gets to work at Texas with Steve Sarkisian and AJ Milwee. And then I think we'll see him with a profound offensive line, speed on the perimeter in the slot, and a running game that can really take some pressure off of him. And that will be when he's at his best. So for a 4-year career, impact record setter at Newman, seems like, the topic of conversation every single Saturday morning during the football season. I think he's had an extraordinary career. Record setter uptown in New Orleans. I think he put Louisiana on the map, and I think Texas has the QB1 in this class. And I think that's definitely a conversation with the way that Nico has played and Jackson Arnold over at Denton Guyer. But if you take context into the equation, which I believe you have to, I think Arch has really shown a ton over the last 4 years and really as a senior.
Speaking of QB1, can he compete for the QB1 job when he gets to Texas next year? The play's been a little bit up and down. You've seen him as a high school talent. Do you think he's ready to step into that QB situation and compete from day one?
I think that Arch will compete. I don't know if he is ready. Like we talked about, the Louisiana Class 2A speed of the game compared to, the Big 12 and, the Texas versus TCU, the number 4 team in the country, and, Oklahoma. And this is a major transition for him to go through. He's going to enroll early. He's going to learn that offense. He's going to study it like, we've talked about the Peyton 202 classes that he takes. Mm-hmm. He understands the game. I think it's just a matter of time. And what I was, the conversations I was having around Newman, I think, if he can get into games as a freshman, I think that will bode really well for his future. But, Quinn Ewers is going through that transition right now. And behind him, Hudson Card was fantastic when he was in high school, and he's played really well when he stepped in. I think Arch would be best to sit a year, get a good grasp of the offense, get a good grasp of the speed of the game at Texas. And I think by the time his second year comes around, we're going to start getting really excited about what that Texas offense will look like with him leading the way.
All right, Sam. Well, great job covering his recruitment the last 4 years, and have fun watching him on the next level. Thanks for joining us today on the Inside Scoop.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
See ya.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me, and remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.